Welcome back to AutoScoop with your host, Adam Goldfine.
Welcome back to AutoScoop. I'm Adam Goldfine. We are at the 34th Annual O'Reilly Auto Parts World of Wheels at the World Congress Center. Doors open today at 3 o'clock. You can get discount tickets at any O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Adults are $12, kids 6 to 12 or $5. Kids under 6 are free today as long as they're accompanied by an adult. And there are going to be events happening all weekend from today, Saturday, and Sunday, and we definitely encourage you to come down. And you can speak to some of the builders and see the unbelievable competition that's going on. You've got over 350 different vehicles on site right here, as well as lots of fun and attractions going on. Now, right now, we've got Bryan Fuller, who we've been able to pull off the show. And Bryan, I appreciate you giving us the time. I mean, so much.
No problem.
Thank God we had Bruce to put you in a headlock and pull you up here. But other than that,
he wrinkled up my shirt a little bit, pulling me over.
I was worried. Now, we were talking before the break about the different things that people do. Now, you're, really one of the top builders. Folks would come to you to commission and do different jobs,
sure.
Right? So, if somebody had a vehicle and they wanted to modify it slightly, what would be some of the things that could really make a difference that I could bring my car to you and have done?
Well, usually, for us, we're kind of a custom sheet metal fab, chassis fab, gas tank fab, anything where it's like we basically take a flat sheet of metal and we'll pattern it out, we'll form it out, and basically take old World War II techniques, old world sheet metal techniques, and form whatever we need to. So
really?
Yeah.
So in other words, if we needed new shaped hood, for example,
sure.
You would start with a flat piece of sheet metal and literally pound it out to get to the particular shape you're looking for, the scoops or the lines that we're looking for.
Yeah, where like a lot of people would buy like a fiberglass hood to go on a car, like we'll physically go in and hand form this thing out of aluminum or steel, whatever. We can weld it right into the hood. We do things like shaved door handles, and on bikes, we'll build like a custom gas tank. We've even formed fenders from a flat sheet. Most people buy like a blank, so it's either rolled or stamped. The big monstrous presses. Well, if you get a new wheel and tire combination where, let's say for example, like a tire manufacturer just came out with a new 20-inch by 8-inch wheel, and it's a new size, you get it on your bike, well, there's not a blank yet that fits that.
Correct.
So all of a sudden you're like, well, what do I do? Well,
and you would actually make that.
Yeah, we will physically make that from scratch. So, we're kind of a shop where we're not cheap. We're on the higher end of work, but, we have the tools, we know what we're doing, and, you come in, we're going to be good value. It's just hard work. So we specialize in that stuff where you just can't buy it, you can't get it, you want it done right, and you want it done, like precise, and you want it to bolt on correctly and work like a factory OEM part.
And then what about as far as, the paint after the fact? Would you guys handle the paint process all the way through, or just the building?
What we do is we contract with local paint shops.
Gotcha.
We use Brian Papa here in town. That's our kind of guy we're using right now. He's a great pinstriper. He's a great painter. He'll be here doing pinstriping on set. They actually have a whole huge pinstriping setup with different pinstripers right
with
there.
With a charity auction.
Right.
Yeah,
we'll get back
and there's a charity auction, and you can. These dudes are amazing. They literally like dip in paint, and they're just like whoop, and they brush out these unbelievable perfect lines. It's like.
Well, I really believe that you guys are all artists in a different way. A great painter is an artist. He's just using that canvas to work on, as opposed to a piece of literal canvas to put on a frame. And what's amazing is that these works of art you can not only own, you can enjoy them. They could be the vehicle that you're driving, or maybe something that you're rebuilding. Now, one of the other trends is to add lots of heavy electronics to these vehicles. Should that be incorporated before you build it out or after?
Well, in our case, when we're doing full builds, it's going to be usually the process is normally you're going to do the design. You're going to figure out exactly how you want it to look. We'll get an artist to render it. Then the next process is normally we're going to strip it down to metal. We're going to build the chassis out. So the chassis is pretty much built. We put the body on top of it, get it all situated, get everything opening and closing, get the hood latching, get all that stuff done. Usually once all that's finished and the rough metal work is done, that's when you start pre-forming stereo, putting holes in it, pre-running lines, getting all that stuff kind of put in.
It sounds to me almost like building a house from scratch.
It is.
It's unbelievable.
It's exactly like that.
Ground up.
From the ground
It's exactly like
up.
that.
Give me an idea, how much can a vehicle run on the high end?
You can go as much as you want. I mean,
In the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
Get out.
You can do that.
Bruce, you've been hitting the booze a little heavy over there.
No,
Millions
not
of dollars.
today. No, that was
Other nights.
The other night.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Now,
you know,
some of
it's-
these cars actually are commissioned for the very high end of the sport.
I got to know really fast. Give me, what would make a vehicle that expensive?
Totally
Well,
handbuilt.
I work-
He fabricated one. He worked on one with Chip Foose, the Impression.
Yep. Yeah,
Incredible car.
the last car I worked on at Chip Foose is one of the world's, foremost designer, if not the most foremost guy. And we spent 6 years, 4,000 handmade parts.
Unbelievable. Stay
Serious
with us. We'll be
creation.
back with more right when we come back in a minute.